Morning, everyone. I was having an interesting interaction on social media, as you do, this morning with a fellow vegan. I say fellow vegan because for anyone that doesn't know, I guess, identify as a vegan, but probably not in the same sense as most vegans would identify. And I find, and this isn't a generalization, but a lot of vegans can be insufferable in their attempt to bring everyone on board with their same mission, and I just don't want any part of that, to be honest. I would much prefer 90% of people striving for less harm than to have 10% of people as perfect vegans. And my reason, and if you look at the definition of vegan, the only reason to be vegan is to basically reduce the exploitation of animals in the world in all forms, whether it's through diet, whether it's through lifestyle, whether it's through the clothing you wear, etc. But this person chose to come at me because I support anyone who's trying to be better rather than someone who's trying to be perfect. And he's just trying to come at me, calling me a hypocrite, basically saying I'm not a vegan, blah blah blah, which is fine. Like, I'm not here to argue with him. He's allowed to have his own opinions, and I'll have mine. And the great thing is that no one can tell me whether I am a vegan or not. That's completely up to me. I have a belief that goes against what I would assume 100% of vegans would believe, and that is that there is less harm and exploitation in someone going out and ethically hunting an animal, and they harvest that animal and they use as much of it as they can to feed their family, than there is in going and buying a bag of broccoli from a supermarket. There's way more harm in that. Thousands, billions, millions of animals are killed through all types of farming practices. And yes, a large portion of farming practices is to produce feed for animal agriculture. I know that. But there is no such thing as guilt-free. And what I want to come back to is perfection will always stop us in our tracks, because there is no such thing. Whether you're going to the gym, whether you're trying to be mentally healthy and meditate, whatever it may be, if your goal is to be perfect, then you may as well not start, because there's not a single perfect person in this world. But if your goal is just to be even 1% better than yesterday, then we can all do that. We can all achieve that, no matter what it is, whether it's at work, whether it's our physical health, whether it's our mental health, whether it's our ethical stances and our morale or morals. We can all be 1% better. And so that's my stance. What are your thoughts?